Okay. Oh, Jack Kirk is on. Hi. Okay. So I want to announce today is very, very exciting. Today is a day two for our Farmer Next week for June, but we're having a little excitement. So we decided, why don't we have Moohwan talk about his story about he how he's doing India, how he got started, and all the things that he does, so we can all learn from him. All right. I know we have quite a few team here. Uh, I think Zizi is coming in. She is Alan's first level, and she's coming teaming with us too. So,
Wow.
Okido, let me introduce Moonwan from Korea, Blue Diamond, going to be teaming it soon because he is so exciting. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Moonwan, the floor is yours.
Okay, hello. How are you? I see many people coming from states, from Europe, from different part of the world. Yes, it's really my honor to be here. And oh no, it's long way to go. It's not very it's very early for me to have this compliments because I have so many way to go, and like this is a journey that all the leaders in New Skin and also especially Margaret and Patrick already went through. So I look this business as a long-term business, and I've been in this business for 10 years and only 10 years. So 20 more years to go.
You're a
Yeah.
baby. You are a
Yeah,
baby.
I'm a baby. Yeah. Great to see Mary. Great to see Rose. Yeah. All right. Thanks for um in inviting me today. Let me share the screen first. Let me share my PowerPoint. Okay, where is it? Hold on. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let me just start. So from Korea to global. So hi, my name is Moohwan Shin from Korea. I'm Blue Diamond, and I've been starting New Skin Journey since 2015 here in Korea. And it's 10 a.m. here. Um, it's great to start my day with all of you in the screen. And this is the photo that I was taken at Bombay in January this year. I was running a marathon, Mumbai Marathon. It's one of the biggest marathon in the world and also the biggest marathon event in India. And I was very lucky to attend this marathon because I'm a new skin. I'm a new skinner, but it, on the other hand, I'm also a runner. I run a lot. I I run the race. I run marathon, and this was such a great experience for me to being a runner on the land of India and as a part of runner, and I was able to see all the energies from the crowds, and especially I was wearing this singlet with Korea on my chest. I was very proud of myself being able to show people that I'm from Korea. Someone like who is not common in this country is running a marathon. So it was a very great experience for me, and especially on the land that I'm exploring the business. Yeah, so I just put this photo, and this really represent myself because the reason that I'm doing this new skin business is because of the freedom in my life, and this really shows an icon. This photo really shows myself being a person who is chasing for freedom. So I just put this photo on the first page. So I've been in full time. I mean, I've been with New Skin for 10 years with my wife Michelle. Uh, we both were in corporate backgrounds for more than 10 years. I personally were in corporate for 14 years, and I was the youngest director in the market. And my wife, Michelle, she used to work for Samsung fashion industry, and she was an interior designer for those luxury brands. And now we are parents of two lovely daughters. Mm, well, when we started New Skin, we didn't have any kids, but after a few years later, we were able to have our first kid. So we've been married for 17 years, and now we have two daughters. The first one is 6 years old, and the second one is 4 years old. It's a New Skin baby, New Skin kids, and
Oh,
we're having
oh.
really happy life with New Skin right now. So I was educated in US, and like from my childhood, I was able to meet many rich kids at my school because it was a boarding school, prep school. All the kids from different countries were coming at these schools, and well, like I don't know how, but I was able to dream myself being a person who would like to explore business globally, not only in Korea. That's how I made my dream in US. And after finishing school in US, I came back to Korea. I had to start my career, so so I attended, so I got hired from the global companies. And one of the reasons that I chose global company was because I was dreaming for global, something that I can do with global. So at that time, if I worked for a global company, I was able to do something. I was explore something. I was able to explore my career globally. But do you know what? Because of because of the internet, because of the Zoom, everything is online. Like I didn't have any chance to go outside of Korea while I was working for these global companies. So funny, right? So, and how I met New Skin was because of my skin problem. Well, see, my face right now through the screen is very clean. I look very fresh, right? But 10 years ago, my skin was like this because of the stress. My face was full of allergies and rashes and asthmas, and I was suffering from this for 4 years. And one of my friend from first work, he introduced New Skin to me. He's not in the business anymore right now, but he is the one who brought me into New Skin, and it's been 10 years. Yeah. So everyone knows that we have operations in 47 countries, right? One of the biggest reason that I chose New Skin at the time because I was able to do business globally, not only in Korea. They said I can explore my business in every countries where New Skin has an operations. So that really intrigued me. That really drive me. Of course, there are like several other reasons. I mean, Nu Skin is a global company, 5A1 um, credits, well, NYSE listed, right? 2.22 billion commissions paid so far. Well, great products, many successful people. That also give me a big interest. But one of the biggest interest that I got from this business was the operations in 47 countries. And I'm not sure whether Margaret remembers this moment or not. This was 2016 in Hong Kong convention. So my upline, so Margaret is my 16th upline. And there was one guy, he's not in this business anymore. There was guy whose name was Mr. Han. So he used to be my 10th upline, and he brought me to this event called Hong Kong Convention in 2016, and he brought me to this lunch table where all the leaders, where all the millionaires, 5 millionaires, 10 millionaires, 20 millionaires were sitting and like enjoying their lunch. And this moment was very shocking for me because I never had a chance to see like these many people who were very successful in one industry. But on this table, I mean, like, I'm not only saying in terms of the commission, but like the way these people were successful. I mean, how successful these people were was crazy, right? I mean, even by adding just the commissions that these people earn so far, it's like, oh my God. And So this was the first moment that I was able to dream myself that, okay, I want to be on this table. I want to become people like them. And I heard their stories, their backgrounds, and how they've been exploring new skin business. It was amazing because well, of course, they started their business in their own country, but more than half of their commission was coming from different countries. Well, that was really interesting for me. And my 14th upline, Philip, he told me that 90% of his commission is coming from different countries. Not only Hong Kong, the commission he gets from commission he gets from Hong Kong is only 10%. 90% is different countries. And same for like all the leaders who are standing on this stage too. Of course, Patrick and Margaret, they started their business in US, but they have all downlines in different continents, different countries. So me and Michelle back then, all right, well, this is our first year, but well, we're gonna be someone like them. Yes, let's dream ourselves that not only an entrepreneur in Korea, but like let's do something globally. So this was the moment that I was really able to dream myself being a new skin person in global. And well, we see many leaders, right? Successful leaders globally, right? Um, um, Angela Liu, right? She has this what is this? Iconic story, right? Legendary story. During SARS, she went to China to explore China market, right? That really inspired me too. And of course, Philip and my Margaret and Patrick, how they started their business and how they opened each countries when countries were opening on early years, right? So that really gave me well, I mean, like when I started New Skin business 10 years ago, like there was no news that like new countries will be open. Only the country that's been recently opened was China. And well, in between, like Vietnam market was open, but it wasn't like very common in Korea market. And I believe like some of the markets were open, but like Korea market is very interesting. It's like very localized market, and many Korean people they hesitate to go outside. Like they try to do their business only in Korea. But I had a different perspective. And in 2024, from Team Elite meeting, of course, I wasn't in that meeting, but my uplines in Korea, they told me that the company announced that India market will be open in 2025. So it was like 10 years after I started my business in New Skin, and that really pumped my heart. All right, this is the timing that I'm going to really start my journey globally. So this is a day that I just heard from my upline that India market will be open. I think it was 2024 in Feb, right? I was heading to the bank and I met this guy. I didn't even know where he was from, but he had dark skin, and I thought that he was like maybe from India. So I just ran into him and started to talk to him. Like, okay, my name is Moohwan. I'm in this beauty and wellness business, 47 operations globally, and I'm launching my business in India. Where are you from? And he was smiling and he said, "Whoa, I'm from Sri Lanka." So, well, but still, I was able to gain this crazy energy that I'm very confident to run at this unknown person and like propose about my business and ask that person where that guy is from. So since then, well, the company didn't release any well detailed information how we're gonna open India market. They just announced the India market will be open in 2025 second half. So that was the only information that I had. So since then, what I did was I tried to find Indian people who are living in Korea. So I start to like we have this, what is this? We all use WhatsApp or WeChat, right? But here in Korea, we have KakaoTalk. So I try to find all the Indian people in KakaoTalk and just send them message. It was it was like a not a long message, but a good amount of sentences with my background, who am I, and what kind of business am I in, and the chance of in India. So I was like briefly introducing about those kind of stuff and just sharing those messages to these Indian people who are living in Korea. Of course, none of them replied me back. Some of them, like, they just cut me through. Yes. So, but like I was very happy that I was able to do something new. I was able to like do something that I was able to be in a part of global business. And one lady replied me back. So I had a meeting through Zoom with her, and one guy, and few days later, one guy, he replied me back. And I had a meeting with him through Zoom. And this guy, I'm in still touch with. He has not become brand rep yet, but he's still trying to like organize something in India. So like there's nothing to lose, I think. Yes, one of those contacts, maybe few months later or few years later, they will come back to me. So these experiences were very helpful for me to heat up myself to enter into India. And of course, there are many Indian restaurants, and I didn't know majority of India restaurants in Korea are running by Nepalian. I thought that those restaurants were running all in Indian, pure Indians. So I just ran into Indian restaurants, and like well, one day I went into like five Indian restaurants, and like I had five meals of curries and like naans and those Indian food. And at the end, when I try to pay, right? When I have to pay for the food, I gave them my business card and I just did share my stories in New Skin and just share them the opportunity of in India too. So like this, I've been keep doing before I actually enter into India market. And um, last year, it was last year, I think. Last year, April, right? It's been more than a month. I mean, more than a year, right? I went to in India for the first time. So,
in 6 to 7 months. And
please don't
there
take this
will
photo
be
and like don't share this in
thousands of
social
millions
media.
of millionaires
Well,
coming
the
up that
company,
only take this
I don't
photo
know,
with
but like they were very strict about new skin people from different country entering the in India market and exploring the business. But I went into India and I try to conduct the meetings and do BOMs. I think I met quite many people every time when I went to India, and this was the first BOM session that I had in Bombay. Of course, none of them they're doing business with me, but I was able to see how passionate Indian people were and like how they were very aggressive, right? Aggressive towards to a new opportunity. So this was the moment that I had the first BOM, and since then, every month I enter into in the market. So I basically traveled to India for 14 times. Not only Mumbai area, but I also went to Delhi. I also went to Pune. I also went to several small cities in Maharashtra and of course Tamil Nadu. I know Chennai is the biggest, the top tier city in Tamil Nadu, but I have never been to Chennai before. But I went to tier two, tier three, tier four cities in Tamil Nadu. So basically, since then, I've been traveling to India for 14 times, and I can't really remember how many times I was on the flight. And I met this guy. His name is Sanjay Muchandani. So he was a he was a person my father introduced. So he's Indian. He was born in India. He is 54, 55 years old, and he used to live in Korea for 30 years. So he basically went to Korea when he was early 20s and stayed there for 30 years and did his own business. So he was in textile business, and my dad was also in textile business. And Sanjay was an agent, and my father was a supplier. So basically, they had a 30 years of business relationship in textile industry. And one day I asked my father, "Hey Dad, I'm going to India in April, and I don't know anyone there. I know a few of them through social media, but I don't really know any of them. So if you have any chance to know any Indian people, can you introduce me?" And my father said, I used to have this agent. His name was Sanjay Muchandani. I don't know whether he is in Korea right now or not, but I used to work with him. I believe he's from Mumbai, but let me see if he's in Korea. And if I see him, I will introduce about you. Right? That's my father's message. And a few days later, my father called me. He told me that, well, Sanjay, he's not in Korea anymore, but I met his staff because his office was still operating in Korea. So my father told me that I met his assistant, and that lady is Korean, and she told me that Sanjay is coming to Korea next week. So I'll try to meet him and try to get his contact point, and we'll share. So a few days later, he called me back again. All right, I went to my office and I met Sanjay in front of the elevator, and I introduced him about you and your planned your planned visiting in India in few weeks. So, well, why don't you send him a text? That's how we got in touch. So this was a photo when I met Sanjay for the first time in Bombay, Bandra area. And at that time, Sanjay, he wasn't interested in this business at all. Zero. He just met me because I'm a son of his old business partner. So his son came to India for the first time. So he just met me to treat me a lunch. And if there's someone whom he can introduce to me, well, he was there for that. But so this was the first time that I met him. And then I went back to Korea. And the next month, I came back to Bombay again. And at this time, I asked Sanjay, Sanjay, I know you're busy, but if you have a chance, please introduce your wife and her families. Let me do the demo and BOMs. Let me show them the business opportunity. And Sanjay was in textile industry. He currently in real estate, but his wife, Ati, she was running her own fashion brand. It's a very famous brand in India, and she's running this brand with her sisters, her older sister and her twin sisters. So um, finally we were able to meet at our hotel at our hotel. In our hotel room, we did a demo. And I did the BO. So Michelle did the demo and then I did the BOM. And at that time, they were quite interested about the products. And they were also interested in about compensation plans. But since then, well, nothing happened because there was nothing that we were able to do because in order to start in the market, we all know that we need to have a person who has an OCI, right? Who has a different country's passport. But like I didn't know they had a well different country's passport, and I thought that Sanjay has a Korean passport or Korea visa, but he left to Korea for several years and he gave up the visas and everything. So he was pure in Indian at the time. So I didn't know, um, I didn't even know how I was going to start my India market, but I just wanted to show them the opportunity. And then the company announced.
So I take them off, bombs up in the sky, spinning liquor drops, music making ripples in our paper cups, and all we do is fly, so we stick them off. Come inside of my heart if you're looking for answers. Look at the stars, go a little bit faster.
And then country announced that the launching date will be in November, right? It was first half, but it got delayed, and finally it was launched in November. So I basically went to launching show. I wasn't able. Well, so company they did the three different types of shows, right? One in Ahmedabad, one in Bombay, and one in Delhi. But I wasn't able to attend the Ahmedabad show, but I went to Bombay and Delhi show. So um, during the Bombay show, of course, I invited Sanjay, and I tried to introduce all the leaders whom I know. So I was able to introduce him Alan Nagao. I was able to introduce Mike Keller. I was able to introduce Sanjay Willington because Willing he is also my very good friend. He's my very good brother. So by showing all these leaders and executives from the corporate, Sanjay was able to know how big the company was and how global the company was and how big the opportunity will be in India. And so since then, he was able to pick up step by step. That's how it started. And now, well, through Sanjay, we are building an organization, and yeah, he became one of, well, not one of, but he became my biggest downline in India market right now. So this is a photo that we took at the office, and on the right side, well, they do many socialize. I mean, they do many social things. They do many parties and stuff, and I was invited for the parties, and yeah, good times with them. And we also had a chance to visit India office with Margaret and Patrick. It was very honored to have Sanjay to be introduced to Margaret and Patrick when they were here because, well, I've never had a chance to introduce my uplines. And since they were my 16th upline, still I was able to show Sanjay that how great the business is. They are like very successful couple in New Skin community, but still they look very um fresh. They still try something new, and like 80 years old couple, they traveling, right, and try to explore something new. That really inspired him. And while we were way to the office, Sanjay provided Margaret and Patrick his car with his driver. Um, and during that a few minutes of ride, he were able to hear the good stories about New Skin from Margaret and Patrick. And he still tells me that that really intrigued him. And so since last April, I've been basically traveling, and since the launching, I'm basically traveling to India every month. I know it's a big investment, but well, if I just think about how much money I invest all the time, well, maybe it's gonna. Well, some people might think that it's quite risky, but I don't think this as a risk. This is something that really I have to pay off, and this is something that I have to really drive. That is why I'm going to India every month. And whenever I go there, I meet people, I show the products, I show the opportunity. And first time, I did all the demos, I did all the business plans and everything. But now it's duplicating. It's duplicating.
I think I'll take my whiskey leave, my coffee black and my bed cream. You're too sweet for me.
So we also made a name of the team. The name of the team is Team New Glow. Yes, it's not made by myself. It was made by all my downlines in India. And yes, so all I did was show the products first. I mean, some people they try with they what is this? They drive with the business plan first. But I did both ways. Before, at the beginning, I showed them the business plans and then products. But right now, what it works better for me and also for my organization is show the products first. Show the products, show the difference, show the plan. That's the process that we've been doing so far, and it's been working quite well. So these were the right. I'm doing all by myself, but now it's duplicating. And one of my goal was everyone is very, I mean, like in Korea nowadays, most of New Skin people, they really focus on social media. Everything is online. So many influencers, they're onboarded in New Skin. And one of my goal in India was to find a influencer, to find an influencer who is very well known in social media and try to have that person onboarded in New Skin. And I met this lady, Ekta Kamna, in Pilates studio. So basically, Sanjay's good friend is she is owner of a Pilates studio in Juhu Beach, and she was there to take a class. And after the session, me and Michelle were waiting at the lounge, and we were doing the demos to those students, those people who are taking the class. So we were doing the demos for 15 people, and she was part of it. And she was very sensitive on her skin. And she said, I've been doing PRPs regularly, so my skin is very sensitive, and I've been using so many skincare products, but it's not been working. And let me try. So we did a demo, and a few hours later, she messaged me and she asked me, wow, I felt something different on my skin. What is the product? How can I get this? And do you guys have any business plans on this? I'm an influencer. So if there's something that I can collaborate, I would like to do. So that's how we developed. Yes. And do you know what? Many influencers in social media, they don't like to get sponsored, right? They don't like to purchase their products, right? They don't like to purchase a product from their own pockets. They like to get sponsored. So like she was used to that environment. So she used to get sponsorings from different brands with different products. So first she was asking about that. She asked me, so like what kind of products can you sponsor me? So I said, no, we don't do it like that. We are an affiliate marketing business company. So what we do is we provide you a platform. So what you have to do is you have to sign up first. You use the product, you make a self difference, and you share that through your social media. And the commission plan, compared to those ordinary products out there, we have crazy compensation plan. It's different. So once you listen to it, you'll be able to understand. So I showed her products first. I let her feel the difference. And what I did was I showed her the plan. I showed her the compensation plan. I showed her our business model. Then she understood. And now she is onboarded and she's part of our organization and she's doing really great.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to share that I'm now affiliated with Nu Skin. These products focus on simple and effective skincare. And this is the Lumi Spa, my newest addition. I'll be sharing my real journey starting here. Hey everyone, I'm excited to share that I'm now affiliated with
A few reel about New Skin products, and one of her reel is on New Skin India's official Instagram page. Yes. So she did a collaboration with New Skin India and they accepted it. So her face is on India's in Instagram right now, which is great. And so since then, well, we're we don't have a huge team, but everyone is progressing. So basically, Sanjay and his wife Ati, well, they started as a brand rep. They became gold. They became lapis. They became ruby, and now this month they became emerald. And from them, two of Ati's sisters, Rebecca and Jyoti, they were all joined. And from them, we are meeting great people, many good people, and they're starting to get onboarded as a part of New Skin family. As I said, well, at the beginning, it was only myself who were doing the demo because they didn't know how to do the demo and they were quite afraid of doing something new. But now they're picking up, they're learning, and they're duplicating. And we're doing demo together. We're showing the business together, and we are contacting people every time. And videos, the video, but we also do a home party. So we basically invite like 4 to 5 people or 5 to 6 people at home, and we do home party. So we show the products, we show the plants, and we do the group demos. That's how we've been doing so far. And also, I think it's my response.
Getting people to learn to love your brand or who want to love your brand. So we're very much product focused, which is why you see innovations like the Lewis Buff, right? That is still
I've
a
been
massive, massive
I've been trying
innovation,
to get in touch
irrespective of
with
its ambiguity
Andrew as
because
much as I can
like your
and try to
local sometimes you
invite
might see
him
something like
to
have you
their
heard of Torre,
place
the company here?
and have a dinner together and let them hear more about the company, more about the opportunity, and more about the plan. Yeah. So we also visited the New Skin India office several times whenever I'm there because I think it's my responsibility as an upline, like to show the company, to show them how great the company is and how sincere the company is really working for this market, right? Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Our success is about we must have a dream in our life, what I want to become. It's about believe myself. It's not only privilege for some special people, though. Success is waiting for all of us, it's waiting hands to us. This kind of concept. Some people think, no, I cannot succeed. There are many people think this way, right? Because they think this way, they cannot succeed. If you think you cannot, you cannot. If you think you can, you can. 100% it's true. If you think you can 100% and you have good heart, you attract resources. You need to learn this kind of wisdom. Before we don't think about to help people, why do I need to help people? I just want to work to make a salary. I won't blame you. But you want to be a good person, then I say you have to help people. How I help you, you help others. I empower you, you empower others. That is very simple. I empower you with my vision about the meaning of life and about the visualization of success. And so that's how you can empower others. So can you see your action is different? Your action is different because your thinking is different. So it's the beauty. How to build the beauty? There are many ways to do it. When you can persist and you don't look at anyone, how people look at you, and you persist action, you do it. It's not about how people look at you, it's how we look at ourselves. But even many people look down on me, I don't care because I want, I believe I help.
So he was saying that if we believe in ourselves and if we dream ourselves, right, we will be able to um, be um, we will be able to become a person who we really dream for. And not only for Philip, but I'm pretty sure that everyone in this room right now, uh, we have this dream that, I mean, all of us has a dream in New Skin, like what kind of life we want to live and what kind of person we want to become, right? What kind of organization that we want to build in terms of the business. But like on top of that, the most important factor is the belief in ourselves. And that's something that I've been learning from my uplines, Philip, Margaret, and Patrick, and all the other leaders from different countries. And it is a little video that make app globally. We have global wrap-up session. Well, there was a Korea wrap-up session, but we didn't go for it. So we basically conducted this wrap-up session with all the leaders from global. Margaret was there, Patrick was there, Philip, Joseph, Willing, and all the other leaders from different countries and leaders from Korea were there. And we had about 500 people attended, not only from our organization, but from our sidelines. And the reason that I'm showing you this video is, well, we can dream this in India. Yes, this was happened in Korea, but why not in India, right? Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? Within 1 year, within 3 years, within 5 years, or within 10 years. Well, we're gonna build a huge organization all together, and something like this will be happening in India. That's what I'm dreaming. So, as I said, what I try to say to myself all the time is, um, believe in yourself. I always, every time when I wake up in the morning, I dream myself, like I imagine myself being a person who become very successful in India, but not only India, but in global, but not only by myself, with all the great people whom I met so far, and driving forward and living this happy life. That's what I'm dreaming. And well, now it's just the beginning, right? We just soft launched. It's not the main launch. Why in India and why now? Yeah, 1.6 billion population, 30 times bigger than Korea, right? And it's a huge opportunity. Yes, not only as an opportunity financially, but like opportunity to let us to inspire those people in India and let them also grow. And from them, we can also explore our business in different continents, different countries, right? For next 40 years. That's what I'm really dreaming. And I believe that I will be able to do. And just like my uplines, Margaret, Patrick, Philip, some other leaders from different countries, like what they've been doing. Yes, I also dream myself being a new skin entrepreneur, not only in Korea, but also in global. Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. Wow. I loved it when you said in the beginning you put on WhatsApp all the Indian connections in Korea. You just got them on that sheet. That is an amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh my God. Anybody has that questions? I think probably people are going to ask you questions right now. Okay. What do we have? We have Rosalind. She's also going to, her group is going to India. Oh, Jack. Hi, Jack Kirk. You know Moohwan, right? Yeah. Rachel, anything? Thank you for sharing. No one has any questions for Moohwan? Everybody's ready
Think
to go?
I think everyone knows more than me. Yeah, they're all doing great. I'm a
Hmm.
beginner.
Okay, hold on. Greeting, Mon. You are unbelievable. Okay. Yes, you're unbelievable. So when's the next time you're going to India?
I'm going
This
next
next
week.
week, you told me. Next week, right? You're going mainly
Yes.
to um Mumbai?
Yes, mainly well, majority of the organization is based in Mumbai, but this time we are planning to visit Hyderabad for a few days.
Hmm. Okay. Yes. My
Margaret,
first
I do
level.
have a question.
Yes.
First, I want to say congratulations to your presentation. I could only follow you in listening to you because my computer didn't show me the presentation. But I want
Okay.
to ask you about your experience with the Indian people who just joined the business in your country and then they went to India with all the paperwork. How did they feel? How did that work?
So
Mm,
basically, um, my OCI, so my Indian OCI, so they have UK passport. So it's not anything that has a relationship with Korea. So Sanjay, he used to work for Korea. I mean, he used to live in Korea for 30 years, but nothing with New Skin because he didn't have any visas or he didn't have passport. But the thing was, his wife, his wife has his wife had a UK passport. So she was an OCI person. So we were able to sign her up.
Mm,
So we started as a UK account. And then when we launched,
okay.
yes, we converted it to India account. That's how we started. Like pretty much
yeah.
same, right? So
Mhm.
basically we have to look for those people who has an OCI, right? I believe in US there are many Indian people, right? Indian nationalities with good background. But here in Korea, it's really hard to find those Indian people who are like in top class backgrounds. Like they came here for just some laborers or open the restaurants and stuff. But well, it's very tough here in Korea to find OCI people. And I was very
Thank
lucky
you.
that yeah, they had UK passport.
Mhm. Well, let me just rearrange what you said and say a little bit more. So what happened is Waltrell, when you find a person who is an OCI or NRI, means either they are directly born in India or their parents are Indian. And then after they come in to join New Skin with their prospective country, could it be Austria, could it be UK, could it be US, then they need to become a BR.
Yeah.
When they become a BR, after they become a BR, they can go into the India website and say that, hey, my name is ABC and my ID is blah, blah, and I'm interested in apply for India number. So
Yeah.
India, a company in India has requirement that you need to be OCI or NRI. You need to prove it. You need to have an Indian bank account. You need to have an Indian address, Indian phone number. You need to have a PIN number. I think a PIN number is kind of like a social security number for any other countries. And I think the most funny one is to get is called FSSI. That is a funny one to get. I have heard from my group that the application to order to get an FSSI is only $1, but the person who go and apply for you could charge you anywhere from $50 to $100 to $1,000. it's kind of in the gray market. So that's why it depends on the person that you bring in, what kind of how connected they are to find out. So my person paid $100. She says she found that the cost is only $1 for SSI. So I do not know. I think companies doing something about it. So you don't. Maybe Irene may know that your FSI, as soon as you apply it, you get a 90-day waiting period or something. Not waiting period, some kind of you can kind of get in easy, as far as I know. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for explaining.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, yeah. Somebody wants to know what is the biggest thing you think helped you going into India, a totally different culture, way of doing business?
Well, different people, different mentality, different culture, but I think three things common. They want to become younger. They want to become prettier. They want to become healthier. So the product works. I mean, if product doesn't work, then nothing that we can explore. I mean, there were like so many network marketing companies launched like many years ago, but most of them were not successful, right? Because well, maybe they approached with a compensation, well, business plan first, but they didn't have any powerful products, right? But what I really um I feel very thankful to company is they did so much research for the last 10 years. And you all know the story that they the first time they tried to launch was like 2017 or something, but they just stopped because the company wasn't ready and the country wasn't ready. And they waited for almost 10 years, right? And then we re-entered, right? If the product didn't work, well, yeah, nothing that we can do. But the thing is, the product works. I know the product is different in India. It's local made, right? It's not something that we have age lock science in it. No age lock science yet. But still the product is great. When we do the demo, right? When we do the demo, we show them the difference.
Yeah.
If they love the products, they use the product. When they use the product, people will notice. And next time when we conduct a meeting, they bring more people. So after that meeting, we show them the business. All right, today you brought a few people, right? All right, let's try to do something. Let's try to build your customers. Let's try to do something that's like an affiliate, right? In that way, you can make a side money. You can make extra income, or you can make a huge amount of income. Depends on your needs. Let's just try something, step by step.
Hmm. Okay, I think
That's
Zizi has a question. Zizi raised
Yes,
her hand.
waiting for the question.
Okay.
Moan, amazing presentation. Thank you so much. Remind me when I was there. I love India. But I had a question. Do you rent the houses or rent the apartment? Because I was there, hotel. It's possible to rent how you do it because I want to do it again, but I don't know how because Go Hotel is very comfortable, but I don't know. I because I think you went to the house, you bring people to your house for the spa party. How you did it?
so basically, when I'm there, well, I stay in Airbnb because I can't stay in hotel all the time. It's too much cost, right? I because I'm traveling every month, right? So um, I personally stay in Airbnb, and when I mean, first at the beginning, of course, I had a meeting at cafe. I had a meeting in my Airbnb or like some other places. But now we mostly conduct meetings at home. Yeah. So I feel very thank for Sanjay and Ati and her sisters. Well, so they opened their house. I mean, like technically everyone is their their customers. So they basically invite all the people to their house. So we do the demos at their house. Yes.
Wow.
So
Wow,
well
thank you.
I can't rent a house, but my downlines, they're in Indian. They have house and
Yeah.
they're all joined for the business. They're into this business. So now they open their house and every day they invite like 10 to 20 people.
Wow, amazing. I had one more question. Okay, I was there because the influence, I looking for influence too with my upline, but they wanted, I don't know, is ethic to because they wanted salary. They asked for salary.
Salary.
Yeah, they want to pay some money. This is because
Yeah.
we don't do it because it's not duplicated, but
Yes,
I
yes.
don't know
So
did how
I
to deal
also
with the
have a
people.
influencer. I also have influencer down nine. I showed her video, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So the way they used to work, I mean, they're used to that type of environment. They get sponsorship, right? So the company
mhm,
provides everything. They also
yeah.
get paid. I mean, what they get paid is same as our commission, right? We also have a commission plan. But the difference is the percentage of those ordinary company pay them what is this money. The percentage is very low, but the percentage that we give them is very powerful, right? I mean, marketing bonus, developing bonus, six level 5%. I mean, that's like really crazy compensation plan. So, well, whenever I meet influencers, because this influencer downline, she has quite a many influencer friends. So her influencer friends are also getting onboarded these days. They're using the products and they're starting to promote the products through their social media. But what I tell them is, well, I don't give out the products to you for free. I mean, it's not our
Oh,
business concept. Like those people who tell you we're gonna give you the demo kit for free, well, they're not doing it right away. It's completely wrong way. It's gonna
thank
ruin
you.
the market. But
Yeah.
what we do is we give you a strong compensation. We give you an opportunity to build a business model from you. That's what I tell. So when they understand how the compensation works, they start to realize, okay, this is not a like getting sponsoring from company. This is something that I have to build my own business. So people who has a business POV perspective, they understand this better because they want to do for their own, right? They want to do something for their own.
Thank you
Wow.
so
I
much.
think there's questions here. Someone asked a question. Which range? Natasha asked that, which range do you prefer, the Sarah New or the New Skin Starter set? And why?
Depends on the skin type and depends on the states. I mean, depends on the cities where they're living because um, in Mumbai area, Serenu is going really well because the what is this? The blue package, the new skin prestige line, which is glowing package, right? I mean, especially for the cream, the light moisturizer cream. I mean, I know the name of the cream is light moisturizer cream, but it feels a little dense compared to the gel cream that we have in Serenu. So, especially in Bombay area, the Serenu products goes really well. And people who has a dark skin, right? And when we do the demo with brightening serum with the Garvanic, right, they see the difference. And the gel cream, it feels very light, but still moisturizes. So in Bombay area, Serenu with devices goes really well. And the thing is, device is crazy. Galvanic is 50-50. Like when we do the demo, the chance of them purchasing is 50-50. But LumiSpa, I would say 90%. Yes. Um, we got a data from Andrew that the percentage of our organization selling Lumi Spa was very high because whenever I do the demo, whenever we do the demo, like that person, like the chance of purchasing whole set, well, it's not high. Frankly speaking, it's not high, but chance of them purchasing Lumi Spa and toner and gel cream is very high. Yes. So I try not to sell the whole. I mean, it's good to sell the whole set, right? The business bundles, but just if they have Lumi Spa, like let's say they just purchase Lumi Spa, once they use it, they feel the difference. They see the difference, and then they have questions about different products too. So what about the other products? Then we start to develop.
Wow. Okay. Jack Kirk has a question. Let's see. Uh, a person named,
Margaret, hi
yes.
Moohwan.
Hi,
Hey,
hi, Jack.
hey, this is Jack from Malaysia, yeah.
Hi.
I would like to thanks very much for your story. You know, it's inspiring. I think we need successful, more and more successful Indian story coming from overseas as well. You know, so I would like to ask about duplications. Do you really like what is the starter kit that you think is actually very um works on the team? You know, maybe we can actually get some insight of it. Do you have a specific set to actually get them started if they're serious, or you know they can start anything that actually they like?
Well, in terms of, so your question was about duplications, right? So,
Mm.
honestly, I don't do any trainings yet because we are not at the level of doing the trainings. But the thing is, first, what I really focus is I try to help them to love the product first. If they love the products, then word of mouth begins, right? So, in Korea, when we explore the business, it used to be a business where we talk about the business first and then products. But here in India, it's completely different. We talk about the product first. We talk about the product first, let them help them use and help them love the products. And once they love, then word of mouth begins. If that happens, we show them the compensation plan. That's the sequence that we do. So if I have to say one duplication model that I really have to focus is the product.
But do you guys like when they wanted to qualify as a brand representative to accumulate for the points? Do you actually advise them for certain set of products so that like you know they target to have how many set or they just do whatever here it comes?
So like let's I tell them the targets. I mean in order to become BR, right? 1.25 lakh, right? That's the fixed amount that they have to do. And L1 customer volume has to be 50,000. So I just tell them the targets, but our goal is to sell as much as we can. That's what we try to do.
Cool.
That is how we've been able to promote to higher pins every month. So it's not something like they started as BR and like becoming like Emerald at once. It wasn't
Mm,
like that. Like in case of Sanjay and Ati, they started as BR in November and then they became Gold, they became Lapis, they became Ruby, and then they became Emerald. So
mm.
everyone, well, I know it's really great to have big jump, but I also think that it is also very important to make a foundation. Yes,
Yeah.
like a good customers. Without customers, it's not gonna be happen. I mean, becoming BR, becoming high pins. I know it sounds really great, but without any customers, it's not gonna be retained. So what we really focus is try to use the product for yourself first, use it well, and try to make the difference, and then build the customers. If we build the customers, then we automatically become VR. And if they also start to share, then well, our titles will become higher. And
Okay.
now,
Let me go.
since our organization is growing now, and now it's timing for us to do some trainings. So I'm planning to do some trainings. I don't know what to start first. I'm still in discussion with Sanjay about this, but now I think yes, the moment for training has to yeah really begin.
Start. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Okay, let me ask them some. We get all the question out of the way. Anne is asking, what did you say to Sanjay after he said no to you? How did you continue conversation with him? You
Um,
just went to
he didn't
visit
say
every
no.
time you say hello.
He didn't say no, but he didn't say yes. So he just listen. So when I met him first time, he just listened and he brought a couple of his friends because he didn't know this market, he didn't know this industry. Maybe he was a little skeptical. So he wanted to have different ears, like
Mm.
people who had a previous experience with this similar industry. And
Ah,
then and then well the reason that he introduced his wife and her sisters was well, first I asked him because on the first time when I was in Bombay, when I conducted BOM, he didn't come. I invited him, but he wasn't able to come. He didn't come. But on the next trip, which was next month, I called him previously and I asked him, I'll be in Bombay from when to when. This time I want to meet you and also with your wife, please. Please give us a good amount of time to show the products and show the business, and we can discuss from then. So we had a demo. They liked the products. All the sisters came. They liked the products, but they were too busy because their fashion brand, their business was going really busy. That they were traveling. So they didn't have any time to focus on different things. And second, they didn't use the product. I mean, they had a demo, but they didn't use the product. So they weren't able to see the difference on their face. But what I showed Sanjay was because I had this dream, I had this goal. I am going to have a successful organization in India. I had this belief for myself. So I show him a commitment. I show him that this 45 years Korean guy coming to India every month. That was a commitment. I think I'm the only Korean who been traveling to in India this often. Yes, 14 times
ah,
since last April. Now it's 2026 June, right? Yeah,
yeah.
more than 14 times I think. I know
I
it's an
I
Some,
investment.
think it's only you. I don't see so everybody that like you do.
I know it's an investment. I know it's a challenging, but I have to do it because I have a dream. I want to become like Margaret, Patrick. I want to
you
become like
will.
Philip.
Yes, Philip. Yeah. Okay.
And I don't want to only do New Skin in Korea. It's a global
Mm.
business. Yep.
Yeah, it's a global business. Okay. Irene has a question about what is your best-selling product? So hero product. So you're saying it's Lumi Spa, right?
Yeah,
Your
LumiSpa.
bestseller.
LumiSpa is
Yeah.
the best. Yep.
Yeah.
LumiSpa and clay mask.
Yeah, I think clay mask. I want to buy 10 clay masks to bring back to US because we don't have clay
And
masks.
pH balance toner.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
pH level is very important, right? pH we
Yeah.
all know the pH level of our skin is very important, but India, the water is very hard. Yes, so in my case, I have new skin, right? My skin is adapted to new skin environment. But even myself, when I take shower in India, I feel a little heavy. I sometimes
Mm.
have some breakout. Yeah. I sometimes have a breakaways. So the pH level is very important. So LumiSpa, pH balance toner, and clay mask. Yes.
Okay, she's also asking, do you use a vitamin C serum once or twice a day? The
Vitamin
vitamin
C serum
serum.
for
Yeah.
myself or for customers?
I don't know. Irene, ask the question.
Hi,
Irene, or
Moohwan.
you can call me later. Hey, Irene, how are you?
Okay. Okay, I'll call you later. Just to check
Yeah.
on things. Okay?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Call me,
Okay.
call me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, supplement is pretty new. I know there's one person asking a question here. A lady named someone named Jash Beer Cow. Who is your upline, may I ask?
My
Who's
outline.
your sponsor? No, I don't know. She has to answer. Is it
Pickling. You won't know
huh?
pickling. From
Pick-
Malaysia. I'm from Malaysia.
Oh, okay. You need to check your upline because we cannot answer for you. You have contact. If your upline is willing to go for you, usually you have to be with it to do the business. You cannot, it's harder. It's not impossible. It's too hard to do it via just Zoom. Okay. Yeah.
My upline can't go to India and do all those things, you know.
Then depends if you want it or not. If you want it bad enough, you will do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody
Huh?
else wants to the contacts and all that? I can also help.
Oh, okay. So sure. Whoever is your friend, I think you should check your upline Blue Diamond
Okay.
instead
Thank
of
you.
just giving it away. Okay, please.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't, I think you should go with your upline because that is most fair. If your upline don't know, go with your 6th level upline. Go all the way up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah. Supplements. Stella wants to know about supplements. It's just starting. I think what TRME just started or starting.
TRME, those people who went to Kerala, who are qualified for Kerala, who became like gold and above, those leaders. Andrew told me that like 32 accounts, those people will get 20 days trial version of TRME very soon. So, and I think they're gonna release TRME package to BR Plus first, and then they're gonna do the regular launch. I think it's gonna be in October. Yeah. That's what
Mm.
they told me. Yeah.
There is last question says about Prism IO. It says, I haven't heard Prism IO being mentioned. Have you used it at all?
So I do scan. Well, but honestly, from my organization, Prism is a little slow. I mean, it doesn't mean that we are not doing it. We show people, we do scan, but the chance of people getting interested device is higher than Prism IO. So now we are really focusing on Galvanic and Lumispa. But starting from this trip, starting from this month, we're gonna focus on TRME because Prism because it has a relationship with TRME too. So
Yes.
people who has a
I have
very
to
good
send you
BMI.
material. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh my God, thank you so much for we are taking your time almost it's 10:17 already. It's an hour and 17 minutes and we really take over Moonwan's. We want to thank Moonwan. All of you can open up your mic. Oh, let me stop the recording and then we can pause, stop. Okay, stop. Okay. Stop.
Thank you for inviting today.